Imagine a time before the coming of Christ, before written words, before the rise and fall of empires. In this distant past lived a man named Enoch. He walked the earth when its landscapes were new, when the echoes of creation still lingered in the air. But Enoch wasn't just any man. He was a man who knew a secret passed down from generations before. He knew Adam, the first man, the father of all humanity. But unlike Adam, Enoch was born into a world already marked by the consequences of sin. The once perfect creation was now a place of struggle and hardship. The beauty of Eden was a distant memory, replaced by a reality where survival required constant effort. The harmony of Eden was gone, replaced by hardship and toil. The land, once lush and bountiful, now demanded sweat and labor to yield its fruits. The people, once living in perfect unity, now faced conflicts and challenges. Yet, amidst the struggles of a fallen world, young Enoch had something truly extraordinary: the privilege of sitting at the feet of Adam.
Enoch walked faithfully with God 300 years, and then he was no more because God took him away. By faith, Enoch was taken from this life, so that he did not experience death. He could not be found, because God had taken him away. For before he was taken, he was commended as one who pleased God. And without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists, and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him.
Adam, the first man created by God, had witnessed the world in its original perfection and its subsequent fall. Imagine the boy Enoch, wide-eyed with wonder, listening intently as Adam spoke. The stories Adam shared were not just tales of the past. They were first-hand accounts of a world that once was. Enoch's mind would have been filled with images of a perfect garden, a place where man and nature lived in harmony. Adam's words would have painted vivid pictures of life in the Garden of Eden. He would describe the vibrant colors, the harmonious sounds, and the overwhelming sense of peace that once filled the air. Every plant, every animal, every element of creation was in perfect balance. He would have spoken of the joy of knowing God intimately, of walking with him in the cool of the day and experiencing his presence in a way that was pure and untainted. This relationship with God was the source of true joy and fulfillment. But unfortunately, due to Adam's disobedience and downfall, there was a moment when everything changed. Adam would recount the sorrow of that first act of disobedience, the weight of the consequences that followed, and the deep regret that lingered in his heart, and the hope that flickered even after they were banished from paradise. Despite the loss, there was a promise of redemption, a glimmer of hope that one day the broken relationship with God would be restored. This hope was a beacon of light in a world overshadowed by darkness. Adam's stories weren't just about the past, they were about the eternal. They transcended time and space, weaving a tapestry of divine wisdom and eternal truth that resonated through the ages. Enoch was the seventh generation from Adam. Adam and Enoch lived 308 years together. But Adam did not witness Enoch's transfiguration because he died 57 years before the transfiguration. It's interesting to note that both Adam and Enoch are quoted in the scriptures to have walked with God. But whereas Adam walked with God and failed, Enoch walked with God faithfully and triumphed. Adam would have told Enoch about the nature of God, the creator of all things, whose presence was felt in every breath of wind and every rustle of leaves. His love, his justice, and his mercy were not just abstract concepts, but living realities that shaped their lives and guided their actions. Adam would have explained the significance of the sacrifices they offered, each one a profound act of devotion and a reminder of their covenant with God. These sacrifices were a foreshadowing of the ultimate sacrifice that was to come, a promise of redemption and hope for all humanity. These conversations would have left an indelible mark on Enoch's soul, shaping his understanding of the world and his place within it. The Garden of Eden, though lost, became a symbol of hope, a vision of what was possible for those who walked closely with God. It was a reminder of the paradise that once was and the paradise that could be regained through faith and obedience. Adam's stories ignited a spark of faith in Enoch's heart, a small flame that flickered with the promise of divine truth and eternal light. This spark would grow into an unquenchable flame, a beacon of light and hope that would guide Enoch throughout his life, inspiring him to walk in righteousness and seek the presence of God in all things. Enoch's journey was not just a physical one, but a spiritual quest, a path that led him closer to the divine and deeper into the mysteries of existence. The wisdom imparted by Adam became the foundation upon which Enoch built his life, a life dedicated to understanding and living out the truths of the divine. And so, the stories of paradise were not just tales of a distant past, but living narratives that continued to inspire and guide those who heard them, generation after generation. Through Enoch, the legacy of Adam's stories lived on, a testament to the enduring power of faith, wisdom, and the eternal truths that bind us all. But Adam's stories weren't always filled with light. The shadow of sin loomed large, a constant reminder of the paradise they had lost. Adam would have confided in Enoch the depths of his sorrow, the burden of knowing he had failed his Creator. He would have spoken of Cain and Abel, his sons, and the devastating consequences of unchecked anger and jealousy. These stories would have been a stark warning to Enoch, a reminder of the fragility of human nature and the constant battle between good and evil. Growing up with Adam's stories instilled in Enoch a deep longing for the lost paradise. He saw the brokenness of the world around him, the pain, the suffering, the distance between humanity and God. But he also recognized these as consequences of choices that he didn't have to repeat. The stories of Adam became more than just history, they became a call to action. Enoch understood that while he couldn't undo the past, he could choose a different future, a future marked by faith, obedience, and a deep personal relationship with God. Enoch's life became a testament to his choice. He chose to walk with God, a phrase so simple yet so profound. It meant living each day in awareness of God's presence, seeking His guidance in every decision, and striving to please Him in all things. The Bible tells us that Enoch walked with God for 300 years, 3 centuries of unwavering faith, of listening to God's voice, of resisting the temptations that ensnared so many others. In a world consumed by darkness, Enoch became a beacon of light illuminating the path back to God. He faced trials and tribulations, experienced doubt and fear constantly. But through it all, he held fast to his faith, his connection to God, and unbreakable bond. The book of Hebrews tells us that without faith it is impossible to please God. Enoch's life exemplified this profound truth. His faith wasn't passive, it was an active choice, a daily surrender to God's will and purpose. Enoch's story culminates in a manner as unique as his life itself. The Bible states that Enoch walked with God and he was not, for God took him. Imagine this. One day Enoch was walking with God and the next he was gone, transported from this earthly realm into the presence of the divine. Death, that inevitable end for all humans, was not Enoch's fate. He was taken by God, a testament to the power of a life lived in faithful obedience. Enoch's legacy extends far beyond his earthly existence. His life, though lived millennia ago, still speaks volumes today. It reminds us that a personal relationship with God is possible, no matter how distant it may seem. Enoch's story is a blueprint for believers, a testament to the transformative power of faith. It teaches us that walking with God is not about religious rituals or empty traditions. It's about surrendering our hearts to Him, seeking His guidance, and striving to live in a way that honors Him. This journey is deeply personal and unique for each of us. It is a path that requires introspection, dedication, and a sincere desire to connect with God. Like Enoch, we live in a world yearning for God, but it's also a world that is often filled with chaos and uncertainty. Yet, amidst this turmoil, there is a profound longing for something greater, something that transcends our everyday experiences. This world is longing for the peace and hope that only Christ can offer. The serene beauty of a sunrise over the sea or the calm waves at dawn reminds us of the tranquility that comes from a deep connection with God. Enoch's story challenges us to examine our own lives. It prompts us to reflect on our daily actions, our thoughts, and our intentions. Are we living in a way that reflects our faith and our commitment to God? Are we taking the time to pray, to meditate, and to seek guidance from the Scriptures? Are we fostering a sense of community and support among our family and friends? Are we seeking God with all our hearts? This means more than just going through the motions. It means truly opening our hearts and minds to His presence, seeking His wisdom and guidance in every aspect of our lives. Enoch's story is an invitation. It is a reminder that this path, though ancient, is still relevant and vital today. It is a call to experience the transformative power of walking with God. Enoch walked faithfully with the Father and was taken to heaven. Jesus walked faithfully with the Father so that you and I could be taken to heaven.